why we've taken up this opportunity to call you all in here today, and I really appreciate your willingness to do this. Debate is one of the oldest and most important aspects of our democracy, and I hope that we will all model it for you today and help to promote it for future generations. The roots of Lincoln-Douglas debate, of course, antebellum era. In the famous quote, raise your hands if you recognize this, Abraham Lincoln quote, "A house divided against itself cannot stand." How many of you recognize that quote? Ultimately, here in a democracy, we're going to disagree on things. We have different ideology, we have different values, different beliefs. It's largely what makes a democracy a beautiful thing. But ultimately, we have to have the ability to compromise and to do so in a way that does not divide us as a country. So I hope that my group here today is going to model that for you, and I hope that you will enjoy this process. Before we begin, I have some thank yous. I'd like to thank Ms. Stanley from Kennedy Middle School for bringing her team. And I'd like to thank Ms. Scott from Stone Magnet Middle School for bringing her team. And I would like to thank Ms. Calhoun from Delora Middle School for bringing her team. I have to put Ms. Calhoun a little bit on the spot. Ms. Calhoun is a SCORP grad and was, I'd call it, I don't know, she managed to survive Mr. DePepe and myself as teachers when she was here. So it's just such an honor to have her here as a teacher herself now. I would also like to thank Ms. Alloys of the Media Center. She has been invaluable as far as offering a place for students to do their research. So Ms. Harkins, Ms. Alloys, the entire media team, we really appreciate it. Administration here at the school has been very supportive. They've let me do this despite the disruption of the schedule, so thank you for that. Teachers allowing me to take kids out of the classrooms, thank you. Mr. Ray, oh my goodness, he has been amazing. Second annual event, and he has just put all this together, so thank you very much. Special round of applause for Mr. Ray. Judges here today, very special, and they've taken their time out today to be judges for this event. We have Mr. Hoppenbrower, and he is going to be judging the content of the debates today. Mr. DePepe. If you can imagine this, he's going to be judging the civility and professionalism of today. And Ms. Morales, who is going to be judging the quality of speech today. So thank you to my judges, I really appreciate it. For my two teams here today, I'm going to allow each team leader to introduce the teams briefly.
Hi everybody. Myself, Chris Bruno, team captain of, I guess, Team A. Go first. To my right is the only senior we have on our team, Brooke Spath. Following her is Samantha Panero, junior. Yet another junior, Kira Downs. John Golden, yet another junior. The only freshman on our team, Tristan Cole. Finally, last but not least, Nick Manning.
Hello everyone, this is the negative side, or Team B. I'm Sheridan Ecker, I'm a senior, and I'm going to start at this end. Please hold your applause till the end. My brother Trey Ecker is a junior, Egan Kattenberg is a senior, Taylor Rowling is a sophomore, Aaron Kinstra is a senior, David Benny is a senior, Izzy Carvalho is a junior, and Clara Labrador is a sophomore.
Okay, you may be wondering about the ballots that are sitting in front of you. Today's resolution is as follows. Countries ought to prohibit the production of nuclear power. That is the resolution that these teams will be debating. The affirmative side on this side is going to be in favor of the resolution. The negative on this side is going to be negating the resolution. So when if on your ballots, you can identify them as such. You can say, you can maybe identify somebody by their shirts if you don't remember their name, but somehow identify the two teams, okay? We go through the debate, and this will be posted throughout the debate, so you'll know the time constraints. Just so you know, traditional Lincoln Douglas debate is actually a one-on-one debate. We've modified it slightly so that it accommodates teams, so that we have more participation and a cooperative spirit. That said, we have added a minute or so to some of the elements of namely the cross-examinations. But the time constraints are as follows, and that will be posted for you. Your responsibilities as judges. Behavior. Please at this time silence your cell phones. Please be considerate throughout the debate. Please stay seated through the duration of the debate. Restrooms, emergencies only, please. At the close of the debate, we will have a brief intermission when you can use the restroom. Number 1 on your ballot, it's very small print, I apologize. But please keep in mind that Lincoln Douglas debate is a values-based debate. That means that this argument is attached to a principle or a value. The values are equality, justice, categorical imperative, deontology, utilitarianism. Those are the main values that you may hear today. For the sake of time, I don't have the opportunity to go through what each one of those is at the time, but when you hear them, just know that that's the value to which they are applying their argument. Please keep in mind also that the teams did not choose which side they had to argue. They researched both the affirmative and the negative. They presented, or they composed 2 lengthy research papers to be prepared for either or. 2 days ago, they drew out of a hat as to which side they were going to have to argue. And so please keep in mind that what the competitors today say may or may not reflect what they actually feel. So please separate the ideas from the person, and if you personally disagree with things that are being said, please understand that this is the way of Lincoln Douglas debate. Provide written feedback on each team's performance. Write questions that you might ask them, because at the close of the debate, I'm going to go around and ask people to ask the teams questions. You can pose questions to them and see if they can answer your questions. Maybe you could come up with something that you think might stump them and see if they can answer it for you. Choose the winning team on the decision in the decision box that's provided for you. And you can even assign speaker points. Speaker points only work if there's a tiebreaker necessary. Somebody could have lower speaker points and still win the debate. Speaker points, if there is a tie, then we go to speaker points to determine the winner. For example, last year, Miss Casey Perkins, who's in the audience today, was our district finalist. She placed 3rd in the district last year. The 4th place student lost to Casey, who was also a Satellite High School student, Spencer Boone. He lost by only 1 speaker point. 1 point. So that's how it can come down to that at times. Okay, so at the end, I will come around with a microphone and you can ask questions, and that's about it. Thank you for attending, and please enjoy this debate. Do your best to pay close attention. Thank you.